My name is Bintu Harmani, and in this Android app lecture, we'll learn to use radio button component. The radio button component enables you to show several options, out of which the user can select only one option. For example, you have made one hotel app and you are showing certain room options. For example, ordinary room, luxury room, suite. So out of these three options, user can select only one. So where you have to select mutually exclusive, that is the moment a user has selected one option, the moment user selects another option, the earlier selected option should be deselected. In such applications, you have to use radio button component. So let us see how this radio button can be used in any Android app. Let's start.
Right. So in this lecture, we will learn how to make use of radio buttons. As I've told you earlier also that radio buttons are mutually exclusive. It will show you certain options and you can select only one of them. In this app that we are going to create, we'll be asking the user to select any of the payment method. The user will be shown three options: to pay by card, pay through net banking, and either the person can pay through cash on delivery. And user can select only one of them, right? And the moment a user selects any of them, we don't require any button over here. The moment user selects over here, the chosen payment mode will be displayed on the screen, right? So let's start with it. This is a code. Don't worry about the code. I'll provide you the link for the code in the description box. So you just concentrate, you just focus on understanding the code, right? So we'll start with the app. I'll launch the Android Studio. This is my Android Studio. Obviously, we'll start with the new Android Studio project. Click on it. It's asking you to select an activity. As usual, we'll select the empty activity, which only provides one component, text view component. It's asking for the name of the application. Suppose say I'll ask that purchasing pay mode. This is the app's name. It is asking for the package name. Package name, as I've told you in my earlier lecture, that it should be very unique so that it should not collide with any of the existing apps on the Play Store, right? So I'll take it like say BM Harwani, and this is nothing but the lowercase conversion of my project title, purchasing pay mode. This is the location where my project will be created on my hard disk. Language I'm using is Kotlin, and the default SDK that has appeared is API 17 Jelly Bean. And this app will be compatible with 99.2% of Android devices. That is, my app can run on this number of devices. If I go for a higher SDK, so I can use the features of the higher API, but percentage of the devices on which that SDK is supported will be obviously lower. So I'll stick to this minimum SDK API 17. I'll click on finish button. I assume that you've seen my earlier 4 lectures. If you haven't, please view those videos. That will help you a lot. The link of that is also provided in the description box. As we have discussed earlier, 2 main files are there always in every Android app. One is your main activity.kotlin. This loads your layout file activity_main.xml. This is my layout file where we design our GUI. This GUI will be having the default text view component, as text view component is provided with the empty activity file. And you can see that this text view component is very small. This is my Android screen, right? This is my graphics representation of my screen, and you can see the text view component here. It's very small. I'll maximize it. This is the hello world text assigned to the text view component by default, and here this is the coding of the GUI that we'll design. By default, you have the constant layout for this GUI, and the text view component is this one. What is layout? Layout determines the way your components will be laid out on the screen. If you select linear layout, your components will be laid out linearly one below the other. If you go for grid layout, obviously your component will be laid out in the row wise as well as in the column format, right? This constant layout establishes the constants between the components, that is the constants between the components to each other as well as with the layout. We'll just see to it. Let me minimize this bit. This is my device and this is my hello world text view component. What I'll do that, this is the common palette, right? I'll drag and drop one more text view component just to display the message that please select any of your payment mode, right? And after that text view, I need to place 3 radio buttons. Go into the buttons palette, you'll find so many buttons in that palette. radio group, radio button, toggle button. There are so many buttons in this button palette. I can drag and drop radio buttons on the layout window, but by doing so, they won't be mutually exclusive. That means user can set more than one radio button if you drag and drop like that only. You have to place these radio buttons into a radio group. All the radio buttons in a radio group will be mutually exclusive. By mutually exclusive, I mean that only one of those radio buttons in a radio group will be selected. The moment you select any other radio button in the same radio group, the earlier selected radio button will be automatically deselected. So first of all, I have to drag and drop the radio group on the layout screen. See, you can see in the component tree that you have now two text view component and one radio group, right? See, now I have to just click the radio button and I have to drag it on and drop it onto the radio group. See, I need three radio buttons, so I'll drag and drop another one also on the radio group. Can you see it? Second has come. Again, one more. So you have three radio buttons and two text views. I'll do what? I'll just click this text view, and here these are the constants. The plus sign of these constants shows that this text view has no constant at all. I have to set its constant with the border, with the top border of the layout. So I have to click this and I have to drag it onto the top border. See, so you can see that the top constant is set. Because it is set at the gap of 0 SIP from the top layout, so it is attached to the top border of the layout window. I'll increase the gapping, I'll make it 24. Can you see it? Secondly, I want this text view to appear at the center of the width of this layout screen, so I'll click this node here, this node, and I'll drag it to the left border. It is attached to the left border of the layout screen because there is no right constant yet. I'll click this one and I'll drag it to the right border of the layout window. When you drag any item from both the sides equally, it will come at the center of the layout window. So this is what has happened with the text view. It has three constants. From the top border, it is at the 24 SIP gap, and this left and right is at the 0 pixel gap, 0 SIP gap. So it will be at the center of it. The idea of this text view I won't disturb, but this text view, I'll change the text of this text view. Select payment mode, enter key, and the size of this is 14 SP. SP means SIP. Please refer to the first lecture where we discussed about this DP and SP and all, right? You just search for Bintu Harwani in my channel. You'll come to know what are the videos I have created in Android. I'll just change its size to 36 SP. Select payment mode. Now I'll come to this radio group, this one. Let's go to its component layout. There are no constant for the radio group, so I'll click this and I'll drag it onto this. It is asking you want to set the constant of this radio group with the top of this text view or with the bottom of this text view. I'll click on with the bottom of the text view because I need to set the gapping with the bottom of this text view, right? The gap which was earlier set was 63 SIP from this text view. Let it be, you can make it 60 or 50 if you want to. Let it be 60. Okay, now I'll set its left and right constant. I'll click on this radio group, and again to make it at the center of the screen, I have to set its right constant also. See, these blue things confirm that it has three constants: top, left and right, and here also. This plus at the bottom shows that the bottom constant is not yet set. Doesn't matter. I have to select this radio button, and with the shift key I'll select the rest of the three buttons also. Why so? Because I need to set its gapping, the padding in this radio group. I have to set its padding. So I'll go to the layout margin. See, where is the layout margin? This one. So I'll set the layout top as say 20 SP. From the left I'll set it 20 SP. Can you see the gap between the radio group and the radio buttons? the right also I'll give it, make it 20 SP. Right here I'll select this last radio button and I'll set its layout bottom, only bottom. See, these radio buttons have padding. Now I'll select this first radio button. We'll set its text. It's text and ID. Yeah. So the ID of this we'll set it to radio button card, because this will represent pay by card, and the text I'll made it pay by card. Let me select all three and let me set its text size also. The text size is bit low. I'll increase it to 14 SP. I'll make it 30 SP. Right, so they are visible. Now I'll select the second radio button, set its ID to radio button net banking, because this will represent my net banking option, and the text I'll make it net banking. So this is pay by card, this is net banking, and here I'll select this one, its ID I'll make it cash on delivery, and the text I'll make it cash on delivery. So these three radio buttons are all set. Now the last thing left is this text view. You can see that all the four constants of this text view are already set. This, see, when you select it, you can see that the top constant is set with the layout top margin. I don't want it to be set with this. I want it to be set with the bottom of this radio group. I want the constant of this text view to be set with the bottom of this radio group. So I'll do what? I'll just click on this cross to remove this top constant. See, when I delete the top constant, this text view will stick to the bottom of the layout, because bottom constant is still there. So I'll delete this bottom constant also. Then I'll click this node and drag it on this radio button. It is asking you want to set the constant of this text view with the top of the radio group or with the bottom of the radio group. I'll set it to the bottom of the radio group, and the gap is coming out to be 375 as if now. I'll set it to 50 SIP, right? And left and right constant, let it be there, so that the payment mode is appears at the center of the screen. I'll change its size. Now size is 14 SIP. I'll make it 36. Appearance I will make it a bit bold. I'll make it large. My GUI is there. My GUI is designed. This is that. The name of this text view, I'll set its ID to be text view pay mode. Can you see it? Text view pay mode is the name of this, to be the name of this text view. And I don't want this text hello world to appear, because I want the text to be assigned through the coding. So I'll delete it. Right, it is shrinked in size, no problem. And this radio group, the name of the radio group is radio group. I'll make it radio group pay mode. It's asking whether shall I change the name radio group to radio group pay mode everywhere, at all places. I'll click yes. So my GUI is designed, and now I need to write the code. This is in the main activity.kotlin. I'm here. One thing more, I want this radio button, this pay by card, to be selected by default always. So I'll select this radio button. I'll go to this check property and click it here. Can you see that true has appeared? So, and this is selected. So that means by default, when I run this application, if the user doesn't select any payment mode, the default will be payment by card, right? Now go to main activity. I'll set the text view pay mode. Text. You have selected, you have chosen first radio button was card dot text. So by default, what I want the text view to display, that you have chosen payment by card. This is because that radio button is selected by default, right? Next I'll do what? I have to set radio group pay mode, I have to set a change state listener to it. So I'll click on that dot set checked change listener. Can you see this option? Second, set checked change listener. I'll double click it. I'll check if the checked ID is r.id dot, and what was that? Radio button card. So if this is selected, I have to set the text of radio button card on the text view. See, if this radio button card is selected on the text view, it will appear you have chosen the pay by card option. Next, I'll check if the checked ID is r.id. Can you see that you don't have to define the variables for the layout components? You can directly access them in the code. Radio button, what was the next is radio button net banking. If radio button net banking is selected, if check ID is equal to sorry, I am comparing it now, then I have to paste it. You chosen which button? Net banking. It will display that you selected net banking. After that, again checked ID. If checked ID double equal to r.id, you don't have to define a variable, you can directly access the radio button. What was the next is cash on delivery. Radio button cash on delivery. Why is it giving you error here? Let me check. What is the name of this? Acha, you have removed radio button. Only cash on delivery is done. This was radio button net banking. This is okay. Now I'll go here. The radio button card error is gone, and I'll display radio button cash on delivery here. So this is that. The code is perfectly well. I have to just run it. My emulator is already running here. I have to just click on play button, run button, and my app will appear here. It's giving some error here. So here I was supposed to use the method as set text. See, replace all the text by text. There is no get text, only text is enough to get the text content of that component. So now it's working perfectly well. Let's go to this. See, successful. See, by default pay by card is selected. You have chosen pay by card, right? The gapping has to be set. Net banking. See, you chosen net banking. The gap is not here. Let's increase the gap from here. Within the apostrophe, the gap has to be set. Now just stop it and run it again. See, you have chosen pay by card by default. When you click on cash on delivery, see, you have chosen cash on delivery. The moment you select any option, the earlier option is removed. It's deselected because all the three radio buttons are in one radio group. And radio group allows only one radio button to be selected at a time. So if you select any of the options, the earlier selected option is deselected and your text will change. See, all the options are working, right? And here is the code for that. You don't worry about the code at all. I'll provide you the link of the code in my description box. If you followed the lecture very well, do subscribe my channel, share with your friends, write to your comments also. I would like to know your response, whether you are understanding my lectures or not. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day.